Hello everyone, it's Clay from Clay's Collections. This time I'm back with a haul video, but it's different than my others from where I sourced it. I actually bought a large quantity of antique books in an online auction. And there's some fabulous finds. I'm going to share with you my favorites, but there's a lot of other great books. So stay tuned, we'll catch into it. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't already, if you haven't, why not? Come on. We got great book content. Anyway, I'm a part-time reseller. I sell at an antique store. I don't do online sales. My life's just too full to be doing online sales on top of all the other stuff that I do. I have a lot of different responsibilities. So I keep it simple. And sell through the antique store, and it works really well for me. So can't complain about that. So I'm talking about a lot of so's, I guess. I don't want to do that anyway. So there I go again. See, and isn't it funny that once something gets in your head and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that, then you just keep doing it because it's in your head? Vicious cycle. That's all I gotta say. I purchased multiple lots in this sale. Many of them box lots, so they were selling them by the box, after box after box. And most of the boxes were 18 to 20 books in a box. And they kind of had them categorized by, like, one was spiritual books, one was philosophy, reference books, you know, stuff like that. So I kind of picked my categories and I kind of set a limit on different ones depending upon what I wanted to, what kind of dollar limit I would go. And I was really surprised I got as many as I did. Now, there were a couple books I was looking for. They had some books, individual lots, that I really wanted that went just way too much for my blood. So didn't get those. But then there were others that I got super cheap that I really did not expect to get for as cheap as I got. And those are in this pile. So I will talk to you about those. But like I say, most of these that I'm going to show you are, some of them are 200 years old, over 200 years old, and a lot of them are just from the 1800s. But they're beautiful books, some valuable, some reasonable value. I have not counted up to see how many I bought altogether, but I spent $150 all total on all these books, which just selling a couple of these, I get my money back. So the rest is just general inventory to fill in my shelves and hope that somebody comes along and buys them. All right. So this first lot, I was excited to get, but then it comes with a sad story along with it. But sometimes that's the case with things, right? There were two different lots of Sir Walter Scott first editions. One is the Antiquary and the other is the Abbot. And so I bid, I said they were published in 1812. And that's what these are. There's the spine. This one is the Abbot. And again, they're 3 book volumes. So this one happens to be the Abbot, volume 2, 1820 was when this was published. And this particular one is the one in better shape than most of them. They're not in the best of shape. I'll grant you that. So, but here's the title page. Beautiful books. And I got this one, the Abbot, for $10 for all 3 books. I was astounded. Now, some of them have an issue with here's the Abbot also. This is, which volume is this? Volume 1. And so this one, the cover is detached from it. Oops. And there's papers in here. $100 is this price thingy in there. I don't know if that was when that was from. But so I got the 3 volumes with these for $10. I'm just astounded. These go into my personal collection. I'm not going to sell these, but one of the things that happened is this. That's the antiquary. The antiquary. Okay, so both of those are that one. Where's the third of the Abbott? This one. All right, so here's the third one of the Abbott. And the Abbott are in better condition than the antiquary. But nice volumes. I'm excited to get these. Now, the Abbott is also a 3-book collection, but 2 of them fell off the cart when we were moving them to my car, and we didn't realize it. They were all, this auction company was awesome because they had them all on a big flatbed cart all ready to go out to my car, so I didn't have to haul them because I was thinking I was going to have to haul them back and forth. But these 2 unfortunately fell off, hit the gravel road, and I think they got run over because this gravel got embedded into the cover. And I was driving off, and the guy found them in the parking lot. And this one got smushed a little too on the inside. So that was kind of devastating. But again, I had a small investment. If I had a large investment, it would have been a different story. But a $10 investment is okay. But those things happen. So yeah, this one I have not looked up. This is European authors from 1000 to 1900. So it's a reference manual to all these different authors. And it's from 1967. So just a nice big old book. People like reference books like that. That obviously came from the reference book pile. This is my favorite and most exciting book that I found. Okay, this was another one I was kind of surprised, but based on the condition, this is a French book. It's all in French. It's about Napoleon. It's a history of Napoleon. And the spine is loose, but the inside is actually in really good condition. And this is from 1920 something, 27 or something. It actually looks older than it is. 1923. And it's illustrations by Job, or Job, J-O-B. I can't read it, so I don't know what it's about, but other than knowing it's a history book. But I was excited to get this because he's going to be one of the books I'm going to work on to repair. All right, I'll save my favorite book till the last, so you'll have to stay tuned till the very last. But these are some of my favorite, more just because of the books themselves just look great. Our Mutual Friends by Dickens. And this one is falling apart in that the spine, you know, where the pages are all glued together. The cover and the spine actually are in really good condition, but the pages are coming out. They're bound by strings. They're tied. And you can see where the pages have gotten brittle and just pulled away. So it's it's in a very delicate state at this point. But I love the cover. So that one, I'll probably hold on to that one. Now this is Bryant's Homer's Odyssey, the Rosalind edition. This one is one of the more valuable books. It's from 1871. It's the 2-volume version in one. Again, overall pretty good shape. Binding's tight, somewhere to the cover. But yeah, probably a $50 book. So that's a good find. This one would be the absolute most valuable, and it's in the box like this, so no, you don't know what it is. But if this had its original cover and spine rather than this rather gaudy replacement cover and spine, this is like contact paper. Somebody made a cover for it, which is great because it protects the pages. But, oh, there's a long inscription in here. Let's see. I cannot love the, oh, it's kind of hard to read. It says Tennyson on the bottom. I don't know what that means. It's probably just quoting a poem from Tennessee. But the book is Select Works from Edgar Allan Poe, and by R.H. Stoddard, and it's from 1880. And like I say, if it had its original cover and spine, this book, and the pages are in great condition, so I don't know what happened to the cover and spine, that they kind of disappeared, but is a $500+ book. In this condition, I have no idea. Although if somebody wants to read it, it's a great edition to read. But yeah, so I'll have to do more research. I love this one for the spine, the girlhood of Shakespeare's heroines. This is another good book, and a lot of these were owned by the same person. They have their name engraved in the front or on a book plate. 1880. This is another 1880 edition. There is this front section that's loose. You can see about gluing him back in to secure him. It is gold leafed on the edge, which is again a higher quality book typically. So that's a nice book. And this one was, oh yeah, Moore's Poetry Works. Moore's Poetry Workbooks are always well sought after. This is the 1855 edition. The spine is great. It's not in the best of condition, but that's okay. Oh, I don't know, this just got mixed in on my pile, but The Promise of Christ Age in Recent Literature. This is, again, came out of the religious box. There are a lot of different books in there. Again, pretty much owned by the same person, and it's a great lot. All right, this was a surprise to me because Ignacy Paderewski, he was a Polish pianist from like 1860 something to 1942. He was, when I was younger, and he was my idol, if you will. Not idol, but I really admired his life a lot. I had gotten his biography, which I still have somewhere over here, and I've read it a couple of times. It's very inspirational. He not only became a world famous concert pianist, he also became president of Poland during World War I, and was well respected and adored by the Polish people. So quite an amazing gentleman. So I was happy to see that. All right, so American Nature Series, Stability of Truth. Oops, look at that spine. This book is in excellent condition, just amazing. And this is, other than the book plate stuck in the front, it's from 1911. And yeah, I have a price of $45 on it, as you can see, because it's a pretty rare book, pretty well sought after. This is another one, again, beautiful condition. Henry James, Critical Study by Ford, Maddox, and Heffer. First edition, I've got $100 on this. Maybe could have asked more, but it's in perfect condition. Now, the other interesting thing about this is when they printed this book, they didn't slice all the pages. Some of these are still stuck together. They were never cut apart. So, in essence, this book has never been read. So, this is an unread book. So I probably should ask $200 for it. Language in Action. This is another book. I got $45 on it. This is written by a gentleman who is Japanese, but it's about the English language. He was a professor of English and became a mainstay in that. All right, you ready for my favorite book? Kind of not exactly in the best of condition. It too is a French book, but here's the title page for anyone who can read French. This is from 1827, and it is a songbook. Look at that. I love that. So that's the music. And so each musical arrangement is numbered. And then these are the words on the first pages. So the words match the music, and so the words are numbered, and then you have to match those to the music. So it's not like the words are written with the music, which is how they used to do it. So it's really cool. I love this book. Of course, being a musician, I love music books anyway. I love collecting old song books, and it's just so cool. And you can tell these, the plates they use to print this book, indent the paper and leave little marks, which I love that aspect of book printing. So this one, again, needs a little help, has a few condition issues, but again, this goes in my personal collection, so I wasn't too worried about it. But that's some of the great books I picked up in this great book auction. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you next time.